In the vast expanse of space, humanity has always looked toward the stars in search of answers, and the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, stands as one of our greatest instruments in that pursuit. A marvel of engineering and scientific ambition, it is capable of peering deep into the cosmos, uncovering the secrets of distant galaxies, stars, and even the birthplaces of planets. Yet, in the year 2024, the JWST encountered an unprecedented situation that would leave the world in awe. A mysterious signal from the Andromeda galaxy that forced an emergency shutdown of the telescope. The James Webb Telescope, often referred to as the successor to the Hubble Space Telescope, had long been the dream of astronomers and astrophysicists. Launched in December 2021, it was designed to look further into space, and thus further back in time than any telescope before it. Capable of observing the faintest light from the universe's early days, the telescope had, by 2024, already yielded groundbreaking discoveries. It had given humanity clearer glimpses of black holes, exoplanets, and the first galaxies that formed after the Big Bang. But no one anticipated that this scientific titan would encounter something that would trigger a worldwide alert. The Andromeda galaxy, a massive spiral galaxy located roughly 2.5 million light-years away from Earth, is the nearest major galaxy to our Milky Way. Though astronomers have long studied Andromeda, considering it a relatively peaceful galaxy, the signal that was detected in 2024 would rewrite everything we thought we knew about it. In a routine observation session, the James Webb Telescope had its instruments pointed toward Andromeda, intending to capture high-resolution images of its structure. Yet, as the telescope gathered data, it picked up something highly unusual, a signal that was clearly artificial in nature. This was not the kind of cosmic background noise or natural radio wave burst that telescopes often detect. Instead, it was a structured, repeating signal as though someone or something was transmitting it deliberately. At first, the signal appeared to be a mere anomaly. The JWST's highly sensitive instruments had occasionally picked up odd interference from Earth's satellites or other nearby objects. But what made this signal different was its intensity and consistency. Over the course of several minutes, the signal grew stronger, almost as though it were homing in on the telescope itself. The team of scientists at NASA and the European Space Agency, ESA, who were monitoring the telescope's operations, quickly realized that this was no ordinary transmission. It appeared to contain complex patterns, suggesting that the signal could carry information or even some form of intelligence. The realization that an extraterrestrial signal might be emanating from Andromeda sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Immediate measures were taken to ensure the integrity of the data. The signal was recorded and analyzed in real time, while astrophysicists around the world were notified of the event. As the intensity of the signal continued to increase, strange things began to happen. The JWST's instruments, which had been finely tuned to observe distant galaxies and faint starlight, began to malfunction. Readings were becoming erratic, and sensors that were otherwise stable started to fail. NASA's control center, located at the Goddard Space Flight Center, was faced with an unexpected crisis. The team quickly initiated an emergency protocol designed to protect the telescope from further damage. This protocol, known as Code Red Alpha, was meant to safeguard the JWST against extreme cosmic events, such as solar flares or meteoroid collisions. However, the situation with Andromeda's signal was unlike anything the team had ever anticipated. The signal was now disrupting not only the telescope's instruments but also the communication systems that connected it to Earth. The decision to shut down the James Webb Telescope was made swiftly, as the signal posed a growing threat to the telescope's delicate electronics. The shutdown, however, was not without consequences. The JWST had entered a fail-safe mode, which meant that it would take several days, if not weeks, to bring it back online. During this time, the scientific community was left with a critical question. What had they just encountered? As news of the emergency shutdown reached the public, theories began to swirl. Some speculated that the signal from Andromeda could be the work of an advanced extraterrestrial civilization attempting to make contact with Earth. Others theorized that the signal might be a form of communication between distant galaxies, something that had never been detected before. The idea of galactic communication excited both scientists and science fiction enthusiasts alike. But beyond these theories, there was a growing concern. Could the signal be a warning? The days following the JWST shutdown were filled with intense analysis. The recorded data from the signal was sent to the most powerful supercomputers and analyzed by experts in cryptography, astrophysics, and artificial intelligence. They searched for patterns, trying to decode the signal's potential message. What became clear was that the signal was far too organized to be a natural phenomenon. Its repeating sequences hinted at something deliberately constructed, though its meaning remained elusive. Some patterns resembled prime numbers, a universal concept that many scientists believe would be used by an intelligent extraterrestrial species to signal their existence. Others found strange anomalies in the frequency modulation of the signal, which led to further speculation that the transmission was part of a more sophisticated system, potentially involving quantum communication. But despite their best efforts, the world's brightest minds had yet to crack the code. Meanwhile, astronomers and engineers worked tirelessly to restore the James Webb Telescope. The emergency shutdown had protected the telescope from catastrophic failure, but the mission teams were unsure if the signal had left any lasting damage. Every system was meticulously checked and recalibrated, and after nearly 2 weeks, the telescope was brought back online. However, the sense of unease lingered. Would the signal return? If it did, how would they handle it? As the world waited, several other observatories across the globe pointed their instruments toward Andromeda, hoping to catch a glimpse of the signal. Some claimed to have detected faint echoes of the original transmission, though none were as powerful or as clear as what the JWST had picked up. The mystery deepened. In the months that followed, debates raged in scientific circles. Could this signal represent the first genuine contact with extraterrestrial intelligence? And if so, what were the implications for humanity? Was this a benign attempt to communicate, or was it a harbinger of something more ominous? Some even feared that the signal could be the precursor to a more direct encounter with whatever force had transmitted it. Governments and space agencies were also drawn into the conversation. The potential discovery of an intelligent signal from another galaxy could have profound geopolitical implications. Would the world be united in the face of such an event, or would divisions deepen as nations vied for control over space exploration and the interpretation of the signal? In the end, the shutdown of the James Webb Telescope in response to the Andromeda signal remains one of the most compelling space mysteries of the 21st century. While the telescope was eventually restored to full function and resumed its original mission, the memory of that signal continues to haunt those who witnessed it. As humanity pushes further into the cosmos, it's clear that we are not only on the brink of incredible discovery, but also potentially in the presence of forces and civilizations far beyond our understanding. Whether the Andromeda signal was a message, a warning, or something else entirely, only time will tell. And as the James Webb Telescope continues to peer into the unknown, we are reminded of just how little we truly know about the universe, and about what or who may be out there waiting to be discovered.